The message arrived without warning. It didn't come through any known communication channel. No satellite picked it up. No antenna recorded its frequency. And yet, it appeared simultaneously across every screen on Earth. Phones, monitors, military systems, even offline devices. A single line. I request one night. That was all. No explanation. No origin. No signature. At first, the world reacted with confusion, then suspicion, then fear. Governments scrambled. Cybersecurity experts called it impossible. Religious groups declared it divine or demonic. Social media erupted into chaos within minutes. But then the second message came. I am not your enemy. I will arrive in 72 hours. Coordinates followed. A remote desert. No population. No strategic value, which somehow made it worse. Dr. Elias Varon stared at the screen in stunned silence. As one of the leading xenobiologists on Earth, he had spent his life preparing for first contact. But nothing in his training or imagination matched this. No language drift, no translation delay, he murmured. It's perfectly structured English. His colleague, Mira-san, crossed her arms, which means it's either staged or they've been watching us for a very long time. Elias didn't like either possibility. Within hours, a global coalition formed. Militaries surrounded the coordinates. Scientists, diplomats, and observers were flown in, including Elias and Mira. And everyone asked the same question. What did one night mean? She arrived exactly on time. There was no ship, no explosion, no dramatic descent from the sky. She simply appeared. One moment, the desert was empty. The next, she stood there, perfectly still, perfectly calm, and completely unlike anything human. At first glance, she looked like a woman, tall, slender, with pale, almost luminous skin. But the resemblance ended there. Her eyes were too large, reflecting light in ways that suggested depth far beyond normal vision. Her hair, or what resembled it, flowed like liquid threads, shifting subtly as if moved by unseen currents. And her presence, it was overwhelming, not threatening, but impossible to ignore. She's alone, Mira whispered. Elias nodded slowly. Or she wants us to think that. Military units aimed weapons, though none fired. The tension in the air was suffocating. Then she spoke. I thank you for receiving me. Her voice was calm, melodic, and perfectly clear, despite no visible device or broadcast. You asked for one night. A diplomat stepped forward. Explain. She looked at him. I require a single human companion for one night cycle. Silence fell. The meaning was unclear, and yet not entirely. You're asking for what exactly? Elias asked carefully. Her gaze shifted to him. For biological synchronization, emotional exchange, neural compatibility assessment. Mira blinked. That's a very clinical way of saying something that sounds extremely not clinical. The alien tilted her head. You interpret it as mating, she said. No one spoke, because she wasn't wrong. Panic spread quickly. The request was simple, but its implications were anything but. Absolutely not, one official said. We don't even know what she is. She could be carrying unknown pathogens. Or manipulating us. Or worse. But Elias wasn't convinced it was that simple. She didn't demand anything, he pointed out. She asked. That doesn't make it safe. No, he agreed. But it makes it interesting. Mira gave him a look. Interesting is not the word I'd use. Neither is invasion, Elias said. If she wanted to harm us, she wouldn't ask permission. That argument carried weight. Eventually, a decision had to be made. Not by a government, but by an individual, a volunteer. Elias didn't plan to step forward, but when no one else did, he found himself moving anyway. I'll do it. Mira grabbed his arm. Are you insane? Probably, he admitted. But if this is first contact, we can't respond with fear. Or blind curiosity. He met her eyes. I need to understand what she is. Mira hesitated, then let go. Then at least come back alive, she said. I'll try. The alien regarded Elias with quiet intensity as he approached. You accept? She asked. Yes. She studied him for a long moment, then nodded. Then we begin. They were taken to an isolated facility, monitored, sealed, and filled with every scanning device humanity could deploy. But as soon as the door closed, every system failed. Not violently, just stopped. Elias turned to her. You did that? Yes. Why? Privacy. That should have worried him more than it did. What exactly is going to happen? He asked. She stepped closer. Connection. Before he could respond, she reached out and touched his hand, and the world disappeared. Elias wasn't in the room anymore. He wasn't even in his body. He was everywhere. Memories flooded his mind, but they weren't his. He saw stars forming, civilizations rising, species evolving across worlds he couldn't name. He felt emotions that stretched beyond human limits, joy so intense it hurt, loneliness so deep it felt infinite. What is this? He gasped. Our process, she said. You call it mating, but it is not reproduction. Then what is it? Understanding. He realized then. She wasn't taking anything from him. She was sharing. But it wasn't equal. At first, she remained calm, controlled. Then something changed. Her presence, once steady and distant, began to fluctuate. What's happening? Elias asked. You feel too much, she said. That's kind of what humans do. No, she replied. This is different. Her emotions began to surge unpredictably. Confusion, curiosity, and something else. Something intense. Is this normal? Elias asked. No. Her voice wavered. This has never happened before. Elias felt it too. The connection between them was deepening, far beyond what either of them expected. You said this was routine, he said. It is. Then why does it feel like? He stopped. Because he understood. This isn't just biological, is it? No, she admitted. It's emotional. Yes. And you've never experienced that before. No. Her species, he realized, didn't bond. They connected. They exchanged information. But they didn't feel it. Not like humans did. And now, she was. All at once. Overwhelmingly. It's too much, she whispered. Then disconnect, Elias said. I can't. Why not? Because I don't want to. That scared him. Because part of him felt the same way. Hours passed. Or maybe minutes. Time didn't exist in the connection. They shared everything. Thoughts. Memories. Fears. Dreams. And something deeper. Something neither of them had words for. By the time the connection began to fade, neither of them were the same. When Elias opened his eyes, he was back in the room. The systems flickered back to life. Voices shouted from outside. But he didn't move. She stood in front of him. Different. Subtly. But undeniably. You changed, he said. Yes. So did you. I know. Silence settled between them. What happens now? He asked. She hesitated. My species will come. Elias tensed. For war? No. For me. That doesn't sound better. They will see me as altered. And that's a problem? Yes. Why? Because I now feel what they do not. Elias frowned. Emotion? She nodded. And that makes you dangerous? Yes. Outside, alarms began to sound. Ships, hundreds of them, entered Earth's orbit. They're here, Elias said. Yes. What are they going to do? She looked at him. They will decide whether your species should exist. Ending. The fleet surrounded Earth in silence. No weapons fired. No communication sent. They were waiting. For her. She stepped outside the facility, Elias beside her. Millions watched across the world as she faced her own kind. They fear you now, Elias said quietly. Yes. Because you changed. Yes. Because of me. She looked at him. Because of us. A pulse of energy spread from her, gentle but vast. It reached the fleet, touched every ship, every mind, and for the first time in their existence, they felt, not logic, not data, but emotion, confusion, fear, wonder, connection. The silence broke, not with violence, but with hesitation, then a withdrawal. One by one, the ships turned away, leaving Earth untouched. Elias exhaled slowly. You didn't fight them. No. You changed them. Yes. He looked at her. What happens now? She gazed at the sky. I am no longer one of them, and not one of us either. No. Then what are you? She smiled faintly. Something new. She stepped back. Light surrounded her. Will I see you again? Elias asked. She paused, then said, You will feel me. And she was gone. Years later, humanity would change. Not through technology, not through war, but through understanding. Because somewhere in the galaxy, a species that never felt emotion had learned what it meant. All because she asked for a single night